How's it going, gents? Stand in the Door 1944. Today we're going to be going over what U.S. troops did to prevent accidental detonation of their hand grenades in World War II and how that has affected modern military doctrine. Let's get into it. Before we get started in today's video, be sure and like and subscribe to the channel so that we can keep providing you with quality content. Also be sure and check out our website at standinthedor1944.com, where you can find the different kinds of tapes that we discuss in today's video. When looking at original photographs from World War II, you're going to see that some troopers would wrap tape around the spoons of their hand grenades like this. Wrapping tape around the spoon of a hand grenade was actually a really common practice seen by U.S. troops in World War II. The reason that they would do this would be, in the rare case that this pin was ever pulled by accident, the spoon would still remain with the hand grenade, thus preventing it from exploding. So it was basically acting as a safety feature to protect the soldier as well as protect the people that were around them. We can tell by photographic evidence that soldiers used several different kinds of tape to be able to secure the spoons of their hand grenades. First of which would be black engineer tape like this. So black engineer tape would be something that would be relatively common in a standard infantry company, and thus soldiers would just simply use what they had on hand. Another thing that they would come across relatively often would be white medical tape, which they would use for the same purpose. You see this on many paratroopers, for instance. You see black engineer tape being used for hand grenades, being able to secure the loose ends of M36 suspenders, but we also see white tape being used as well. Another option that is rather unique would be, in some cases, soldiers would actually use the yellow tape that came off of the shipping tubes that these Mark II hand grenades actually came in delivered to the front lines. So whenever factories here in the United States would make these hand grenades, they'd take 25 of them and they would put them inside these small shipping tubes and then put them in a wooden crate. And then those wooden crates would be shipped overseas, and that's what would actually be delivered directly to the front lines. And then as troopers were going out on patrol, or in whatever circumstance it would be, they would remove those individual canisters and hand them out to the troopers, who would then remove the tape and take out the hand grenade. And in some cases, they would save that tape and they would wrap the spoon of the hand grenade with it, again to protect it, just as they would with black engineer tape or white medical tape. Another means that troopers would use to secure the spoons of their hand grenades was to actually wrap them in string. This was an uncommon practice, but one that can still be seen in original photographs. Now, in terms of placement of the tape on the hand grenades, that is where you can see a bit of difference from trooper to trooper. So in some instances, you'll see that the tape is wrapped around the very top of the hand grenade or around the fuse of the hand grenade. The advantages of this particular technique is that it leaves the spoon totally exposed on the lower part of the hand grenade, so it makes it very easy to attach this onto your pistol belt or up onto the D-ring of your M36 suspenders like that, or other pieces of your equipment. However, the problem with this particular technique is once you remove this from your gear, it's really easy to go ahead and pull the pin on this hand grenade and throw it with the tape still in place, more or less throwing a dud hand grenade at the enemy. This is the exact same problem that Dick Winters had whenever he threw his hand grenade at the Crossroads action in Holland, like we discussed in our last episode. Another technique that you see quite often is troopers wrapping tape around the body of the hand grenade like this. Now, the problem with this particular method is that if you tape it while it's off of your equipment, the bottom of the spoon is no longer exposed, so you can't actually attach it to your suspenders, or you can't actually put it onto your pistol belt. What you would have to do is put this in the pocket of your uniform, or for paratroopers, they would be able to put it into a rigger pouch. However, the way around this that you see that some troopers would do is they would go ahead and attach the grenade to their equipment and then take tape and wrap it around it. One of the benefits of this particular technique is that once a grenade is actually in place on a piece of gear and is taped up, it's very difficult for that hand grenade to actually come loose off of that piece of equipment. So as a trooper is moving around, he's much less likely to accidentally lose it. An additional benefit of this particular technique is that the trooper, in order to get the grenade off of his equipment, he would either have to manually unwind the tape from the grenade, and or he would have to pull on the grenade very hard in order to rip the tape free. This makes it so that as soon as the grenade is free from the equipment, the trooper is free to actually pull the pin and throw the grenade, and he does not run the risk of throwing the grenade with tape still wrapped around the spoon, keeping the grenade from actually detonating. Now, the practice of taping hand grenades continued long after World War II. U.S. troops can be seen doing this in Korea, Vietnam, and even into the early 1990s. However, right around 1988 or so, the military came up with the M67 safety clip. Now, this safety clip more or less provides the exact same function of taping the grenade, which is to keep the spoon in place after the pin is removed from the hand grenade. However, U.S. troops, even into the mid-2000s, can still be seen taping their hand grenades for fear of accidental detonation. And it was because of this that the military came up with an additional safety feature for the M67 hand grenade, which is the confidence clip, which holds the pin of an M67 hand grenade in place until the soldier forcibly twists the ring out of the clip before the pin can be pulled. The confidence clip has added an extra layer of safety to the M67 hand grenade, making it one of the safest military hand grenades today. If you liked today's video, be sure and like and subscribe to the channel, and be sure and check out our last video featuring a deleted scene from the hit series Band of Brothers. Thanks a lot, we'll see you in the next episode.